Alright guys, it's Ronnie Hayes, and I got an announcement video for you for those who are collecting The Last of Us merchandise or The Last of Us Part II, or if you're collecting or already started getting the cctoys 1/6 scale Joel and Ellie. Now this is from Part 1. I reviewed the summer version, and then even recently I reviewed the summer and winter version of Ellie here from Part 1. Those are both up on my channel, Make a Path Presents, up on the main channel there. Now, there's a couple things to go over because there's a few different versions. Those are 6-inch tall for those who maybe are new here, but this is also in scale with the Part 1 version. This is an Ellie from Part 2. We're going to show off and go over the details. There's also a Joel from Part 2. And then there's a clicker from Part 2, which is awesome to get the head. But as we know, clickers are, it takes years to get into that stage, so the clothes are way too clean. They do look a little too neatly ripped. And then the arms are a big deal because I think it's awesome you get so many different hands for the clicker. Not really sure why they would have certain holding hands. I would figure you would have certain grabbing hands. But it does look like they have... maybe for the clickers to hold stuff. I don't know. I just noticed that, but we'll get to it. But the clickers are supposed to have a kind of charred looking cordyceps-like skin, you know, like more like a shield. Anyway, now with the Ellie, this is made by cctoys. I order mine from giantoys.com, GIANTOYS. And with the Part 1 figures, they sold out, and then the price kind of went up a bit. You can still find them on eBay. But this is still from cctoys. Now, here's the website. If you go to cctoys, here is the summer and winter Joel and Ellie 2-pack. It came with 2 versions of them in their summer outfits and then their winter outfits. Here's the summer and here's the winter. These are sold out now, but there's another 6-inch version coming at the end of this year from Lim Toys. You can find it on giantoys.com as well. Now, I do have this pre-ordered because the Joel and Ellie look so good, and they come with different stuff. Joel comes with a nail bomb. He comes with a nail bomb, and he comes with gas mask, shotgun, stuff that he didn't come with inside the Part 1 version. But here is the brand new Ellie, and there's a lot of pictures, so hang tight. The brand new Ellie from Part 2. This is going to come with 2 different head sculpts. Now, on the internet, I did notice there was a different Ellie head sculpt, and it said cctoys. I'm going to show it here because it's not anywhere else. It was a solo post, if I can find the head, and it says Ellie 2.0. It's a completely different head sculpt. It looks good, but in the official figure set, she's got a blood and she's showing teeth, and then the other head, she's got this stern scowl on. Here is just a completely neutral expression. I do like this face. It doesn't look perfect. It doesn't look exact. Joel is a funny story. We're going to get into that because they changed the look of Joel for Part 1 to Part 2. And it's weird because now the cctoys Joel looks more like Part 2 than with Part 1. It's weird. It's how stern his eyebrows and how his nose flares. They didn't do it as defined. But anyway, we'll get to Joel. So here's cctoys Ellie 2.0 head. There's also another one. Now, this is totally different. If you see this floating around, I forget who makes this. I don't think I could read it. Something team down at the bottom. This one's called the Revenger. I just want to show you some of these different ones, but then we'll cover the ones that I'm particularly going for, because this Avenger one just has a neck thing going on. The look seems fine, but with having experience with cctoys, I think I'm just going to stick with this particular brand, and I do like the way this figure looks here. So we get 2 different head sculpts. You get the, I guess it would be the neutral head here, and then you get the showing teeth. And with the Joel in Part 1, the teeth are separate pieces, and they were done incredibly well. I was very impressed. Now you get a shotgun. What is really cool is you get the scope rifle, but it's in parts like you can modify in the game. You can craft it. You have her backpack, which is different from part 2. You have a book here. I assume these are the training guides. Now, it's possible that down the line they can print, training guide on the front of it. She does find training guides throughout the game, and they could add a print on the cover of that. No big deal if they do or don't. Here's an upgraded silenced pistol. This is something that I hope they do adjust. Actually, you know what? No, this looks like the soda bottle silencer. I was thinking of the upgraded one, which is blue. Anyway, this appears to be the soda bottle silencer. Here's the new flashlight for part 2. You have Joel's revolver, which is likely similar or the same to the one with part 1. You have her knife, the same as in part 1, I would imagine, and then her bow and arrow. And I'm wondering if this is going to be the same as the part 1. I'm not really sure if they need to change it. I would imagine it is slightly different in part 2, but it looks like it is the same. Anyway, to keep costs down, I hope they do give us some of the same for stuff that doesn't really matter. For example, this knife, same. Scope, same, except for now you can attach it. The arrow and the bow, same. The brick, same. The scissors, same. Even though in the game, if you notice, they're different scissors. These have circular for your fingers. In the game, there's different scissors for part 2, so that's not quite accurate. The bottle is the same, the machete is the same, and the pipe is the same. Those can stay the same for the most part, except for the scissors. I do like the accuracy. You have the thigh holster for the pistol, which is cool because Ellie has that cool look with the dual pistols. In this bag is the straps to put the scissors onto the pipe, and something that I didn't do for years. It looks really cool when you do it, but also there's an extra strap to put on your flashlight. For part 1, it looks awesome. Part 2, I don't think they do that, but if you have the part 1 figs, do it. It looks great. Anyhow, and then you get 2, 4, 6, 8 hands. I'm assuming these are all the hands, and you don't have 10 pair, but we'll look at it. I'm pretty sure it's 8. So that's everything you get, and also Dina's bracelet, which is stupid now. It's just good luck. Anyway, so that comes with a lot of different stuff. I think that's cool, and you get 2 different outfits. You get the hoodie when she's getting wet, and then you have the t-shirt that she wears in a good chunk of it with her iconic Converse shoes and the guitar. Don't forget the guitar. Now, Joel, there's more Ellie pics up close, so hang tight. But Joel is almost identical, it looks like, to the part 1 Joel. The face looks very similar to this. I noticed there seemed to be a couple things that were different. The main thing, obviously, is the hair. The hair is longer in part 2. And I'm sure there might be some subtle changes, but it looks like they just kept the face and then they added new hair sculpt onto there. The shotgun is likely the same one that was released with a different version that I didn't get, but I saw somebody had a version they had with a shotgun. Maybe if you buy it a 2-pack, I don't know. But you get a shotgun and everything else with Joel, and this gets a little off. I don't think Joel's necessary at this point, strictly because you get the brick with Joel, the part 1. You get the gun with part 1, the straps, the shiv, the machete, the picture of his daughter you get with Ellie in part 1. Not Joel, but you still get it. And then the watch, the stand. The coffee mug is new, so they relegated Joel to drinking coffee. And then the book bag is new. The guitar is new, so it looks like you get a guitar with both Joel and Ellie. And then the bottle, the Molotov, is old. It's the same one they gave us. And I think the hands, for the most part, are the same ones, as well as his pants. His shirt is going to be different, and his coat looks like it's the friggin' same as the winter version. Matter of fact, we had the winter version of Joel here. Let's click on this. Nope, it is different, so that's a good thing. The winter version doesn't have these front pockets like this one does. So that's up to you. I think for me, I'm a little on the fence as to whether or not that is something worth the value. If these were the 6-inch figures and it wasn't as expensive, I would probably just jump on it to have a complete one, but we'll see. Next up, you have the clicker, and I'm hoping this one is a little the cheapest version, unless they're going to make changes, because right now I love the look of the clicker face, so I definitely want to grab a clicker in my collection. However, the arms are just the arms and the body, not the body but the clothes, it screams cheap. And I don't mean that to sound like it is. It's just in the game, the arms are clearly different. I think I pulled up an image of it. Yeah, here's someone else's clicker. I think this is a custom. Now, I do like the paint here better. I have a clicker statue, a clicker bust, and having that orange tip and then the way the flare comes out here, I do like when it's a little more recessed here and it has a little more shading, and there's just a little more, instead of just having this one, piece of fungal, it has a little more indents to it. Now, I love the split, and I think that's mandatory. If you have a clicker, you need to have that look, and then you need to have the split. I've seen some people make it without that split in the teeth, and that is an iconic. You need that, and it's freaking awesome looking. Anyway, here's a clicker, and obviously its clothes are just tattered. So most times in the game, they're naked or their clothes are barely there because they've been living like this for years, and their skin is important. Even this was easily done. It looks like they just kind of darkened it with some paint, and then here's partial clothing, and then they just covered it with some blood. This is likely what I will eventually do to this, because that's way too clean, and it looks weird if you have the full clicker here, unless this is something they're going to change. As well as the clothing, I would rip that off and re-filthy it up, and then put it back on. It looks like they just took a shirt, slapped a little bit of blood on it, added a couple cuts, and there you go. Which again, this clicker, the face part looks fantastic. The rest looks Anyhow, so here's a close-up of Ellie's face. Again, it looks good, and I have two in hand of part one. cctoys does a really good job. The likeness isn't perfect. What is this comment? Look at this. What is this? Anyway, the likeness isn't dead on, but it is really good. They do look really good. And then here is Ellie showing some teeth, and then it has some blood splatter. So it looks like that iconic image from the collector's edition, if you have that, and a lot of the promo material where she killed one of the scars. So here's all three together with everything they've got. Another body shot of Ellie in front of the theater. And here's one holding her gun and her shotgun. I forgot. I don't think we even talked about her shotgun, but it is different than the one they had in part one. Clothes look pretty good. I think the shirt for me looks a little too light, but that doesn't matter. Now her body looks like a Fison body. Now with part one, they didn't give you a body. We'll look and see if this includes a body, but if it does, it might be a Fison type body. And here's her with her rifle, arrows. I hope the arrows go in the book bag, similar to the game. I wasn't a fan of the jacket. It looked kind of plain, but I do actually enjoy this. Now that I'm looking at it, are the guitars different? It would be cool if we get a guitar that she finds on her travels, and then Joel comes with the guitar he gives her as a gift. That would be cool. But here's her holding the guitar. And it would be neat to get an Ellie at the end of the game, to be honest, because there's enough difference there. And I'm talking about the bloodied version, you know what I mean? Do alternate hand, all bloodied up, bloody on the side. She looks cool in that, but that might be, I don't know. It looks like we're getting the same guitar, because there's two images of Ellie's guitar here. And I'll have to go back and look again. They might show it. Here is Joel, and someone put up a picture of, did I still keep it here? There was a picture of, no, that's the Ellie face, of the Joel from part one. So that's Joel from part one. And then, actually, here's a good way to look at the guitars. Yeah, they are the same guitar. That's a shame. I don't even know if that's the one he gets her as a gift. You know what? It is, because it has the moth on it. So that's important for accuracy. And then here's just Joel chilling. Joel with a shotgun and a brick. I guess that's the very beginning of the game. And then, like I said, they relegated Joel to just the guy drinking coffee. If you're a big Joel fan, You might want to grab them. Some people have already said it's kind of like a bummer, like a constant reminder of what we could have had in the game, or most likely should have had more of in the game before he wasn't in the game no longer. And then here's Joel with his room from inside the game with a guitar. Here's the clicker with a bloater in the back. It'd be crazy to get a bloater, but they'd probably be way too expensive. They'd be like $300 by themselves, because you'd have to, it'd be a completely new body type, completely sculpted everywhere, and paint job would be nuts. You wouldn't be able to hide anything with on a bloater. And then here's more images. See what I mean about the neck, though? And you can tell it connects to the body here, which is a little off. But if you position it right, it should be fine. Now, here's the list of what they come with. Clicker is a head sculpt, just one. A body, shirt, t-shirt, jeans, shoes, revolving pistol, and hands. I wonder why the clicker comes with a pistol, to be honest. Maybe that's just... sometimes when you kill clickers, you can get... ammo from them, and in part 2 they drop guns and you take the ammo from the guns. Maybe that's the idea for dioramas. Joe comes with one head sculpt, one body, a jacket, shirt, jeans, backpack, shoes, watch, knife, flick knife, brick, Molotov, revolver, shotgun, a revolver. I wonder what they mean by that, because revolving pistol is a revolver, right? Hands, coffee cup, photo, bandage, guitar, chair, Joel 1.0 head sculpt not included. Oh, I got you. And then Ellie comes with the neutral head sculpt, frown head sculpt, and yes, this Ellie comes with a body. Look at all the shit she comes with, man. A coat, t-shirt, shirt, jeans, backpack, shoes, bow, arrows, revolving pistol, shotgun, revolver, handgun, holster, silencer. That makes it seem like you could take the silencer on and off, which is likely something they would do. Hacking knife, flick knife, crowbar, brick, Molotov, rifle, flashlight, scissors, book, hands, ×8, bandage, wristband, guitar. I didn't see that band. Okay, the bandage is most likely the one that goes on to... And Resident Evil fans, here's a Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. You got the regular and the zombified version of him. So that's it pretty much for Ellie. Yeah, I'm almost positive there's a way to... Because look, in order for the gun to go in the holster, it has to detach from the silencer. So yeah, that's it here. I'm trying to see what they were talking about. A revolving pistol? Is that what they said? And then a revolver? I don't get it. Because this is a semi-automatic. And then this is a revolver. So maybe this is what they mean? I'm not really sure. Anyhow, what do you think about Ellie Part 2 from cctoys, Joel Part 2 from cctoys, as well as the clicker? Remember, you can pre-order them soon. They're not up yet. Don't forget. I don't think I mentioned it. It was announced 7 hours ago that they or some of them will start to hit the website in about a week or 2 weeks. So you can check out cctoys. This is the only website that I personally have experience with to get these figures in particular. And they actually owe me an Ellie body that is somewhere in the mail. They promise it's on its way. It's been like 40 days. But they did promise that was just because of COVID. They have updated their shipping. When they shipped the Joel out, I think he took like 12 days to get here. But for some reason, shipping was a little bit of whack. And I say it for some reason because I had a lot of stuff come in from overseas. And everything was quick, even during COVID, except for that. So www.cctoys.com. You can see it right here. That's where you can go to pre-order, for example, the Limb toys. If you want to get the All That Remains set with Joel and Ellie, I would recommend getting both of them. I think these are awesome here, the 1/6 scale figures. But I think it would just be awesome if Limb Toys can crank out the Joel and Ellie from Part 1, get that to the people, and hurry up and showcase Part 2, showcase a clicker, showcase maybe something like Bill from Part 1, I don't know, or just get it going, because if I believe if the 6-inch with the pricing, if you can establish that you're going to do a full line, I think people would start to reconsider going with a line that's a little more affordable, because for the price of one 1/6 scale figure, you can get a 2-pack fully loaded with tons of accessories with the 6-inch figure. So, all right, thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.